So just come into a comfortable seated position. Now, if your hips are really tight, it's a nice idea to take something underneath the sit bone. So you can take something as firm as a block. You can also take a pillow or a blanket, just so that your hips are a little higher than your knees. You can sit in a cross-legged position. You can sit in hero's pose, whatever's comfortable for you. You can send those legs straight out. What you want to do is make sure there's good contact with the sit bones on the mat. You want to sit nice and tall so your core is engaged here. Roll the shoulders back and let them just get nice and heavy down the back. So just starting here, relaxing the hands on the thighs, taking some big breaths in. Go a little taller with each breath. And then really feel grounded with each exhale. We want to make sure that we're breathing in with the nose and out with the nose. Big breath in. Exhale. We'll do a few more like that. So continue with that. And just to talk about the next type of breathing that we're going to be doing is called alternate nostril breathing or Shani Nostri. And basically what it does is it brings the doshas together. So it helps to center the body. It helps to calm you, to improve your immune system, to calm the nervous system, fire up parasympathetic a little bit more. Just really nice way to start the day or to end your day if you had a really stressful day. So as you're breathing, I'll explain it. So you can either use your ring finger or your ring finger and pinky finger and your thumb. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be closing one nostril and you're going to be breathing in through the other nostril. And then you're going to close that nostril, release the nostril, and you're going to exhale through the other nostril and then inhale and switch. So it looks like this. Big breath in through the left. Then I'm going to close that nostril and then exhale through the right. Relax. Take a little pause. Inhale through the right. Close that nostril. Exhale through the left. So we're just going to continue with that. I'm going to time this. We're going to do a couple minutes of that. And again, that's just going to continue to calm the body down and just prepare us for a really nice, relaxing stretch class this morning. So when you're ready, you go right ahead. So again, in through one nostril. Close it. Exhale through the other. Inhale through that nostril and switch. And just continue with that. Of course, you can close the eyes, relax. We're still growing a little taller with each inhale, settling a bit more with each exhale. Should feel relaxing. Just a couple more rounds. Last one. And then just let the hands relax. So again, resting on the thighs or on the mat, whatever feels nice. Just take a few regular breaths here. And take this little scan of the body, checking in with the muscles and joints, your energy level, your headspace. Just getting a nice gauge on how you're feeling this morning. Noticing how that breath work might have affected you. And we're gonna do a little bit of shoulder work. We're gonna inhale the shoulders up towards the ears and just roll them down the back. Nice and slow. So everything's super slow today. Big circles. Let's do two more. Now let those shoulders get real heavy. And now we're gonna reverse that, bring them up towards the ears and then roll them forward. And you may like one version better than the other. I personally like to roll my shoulders back a bit more than forward, personal preference. But we want to make sure that we go in both directions. One more, and then let the shoulders get nice and heavy. Drop the chin to the chest. See how close that chin can get to the chest? And enjoy a nice stretch in the back of the neck. And now take that chin up to the heavens. Let that head get nice and heavy. And if you like, lower lip and float above the top lip. Getting a nice big stretch to the throat in front of the neck. Release that, coming back to center. Once again, drop that chin towards the chest, let that chin get heavy. And now drag that chin to the right shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch on the left side of the neck. Take a peek behind that right shoulder. Come on back to center. Taking that chin to the left shoulder. Take a peek behind that left shoulder. Come on back to center. Go ahead and bring that chin parallel to the mat once more. Now this time, take your right ear towards your right shoulder. You've got options here. You can press the mat away with those left fingers. You can take hand to head. But be gentle. You're just getting a nice stretch. Changing the orientation of that stretch, getting long to the side of the neck. And release that. We're going to switch it up. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. And again, you decide what needs to happen to do the stretch that you're looking for this morning. And of course, if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, you're more than welcome to do that. And now back up to center, relax that. Keeping the sit bones grounded, we're going to take the chest forward, take it to either side, back, making circles. So imagine that you have a pencil on top of your head, and we're just rotating through, drawing circles on the ceiling, but again, not leaving the sit bones, having them well connected to the mat. Circles can be small or large, slow or fast. Little pause here, go ahead and send it in the opposite direction. Let's do one more in this direction. And now back to center. Taking those elbows in line with the shoulders, palms forward. A little bit more breath work here. We're going to inhale and bring those elbows forward. They don't have to touch, they can if you want to. And then exhale, bring those shoulders back, maybe even behind the shoulders as we expand the chest. Inhale. Exhale. And again, a few more. You can see that we're kind of doing a cat-cow. We'll get there eventually. And the last one. Exhale. And now keeping the arms here, we're just going to try and open up to the shoulders a bit more. Send those shoulders, elbows back and behind the shoulders as far as they go, as they make sense. Getting this nice opening to the heart, to the chest. We're tall, core is engaged. And now release that. Take that right arm straight out, palm faces the floor. Go ahead and stretch across to the left. Reaching to the left, take your gaze to the right. Gaze back to center, arm comes back to center, we send it up. Flip the palm, find the tricep stretch. So again, you can use a strap here. You can take that hand in between the shoulder blades. You can take hand to elbow. What you want to be mindful of is don't press on the neck. You don't want to look down. Keep your gaze forward. If you're coming into a bind, you can clasp your hands. Looking for a little bit more, send those elbows further back. You'll find a nice tricep stretch here. The further back the elbows go, the more of a stretch you get. You're probably finding a nice little stretch in that left shoulder right now too. And go ahead and release that. Let's switch it up. Go ahead and take that left arm straight out. Spread the fingers, let it cross the body. Reach to the right as we peek to the left. Hold here. And now come on back to center. You know where we're going. Hand goes up, flip the palm, find your tricep stretch. Again, be mindful of the neck. Don't be afraid to use your strap. And again, if you want, send those elbows a little further back, find that stretch even more. And release that. Take that left hand onto that right knee. Right hand comes beside you. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, find the twist as you peek behind us. And hold. And release that, come back to center. We're going to switch it up, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Grow taller. And now take a peek, find a twist. Core is engaged throughout the whole time, ladies. Improves your posture, improves your breathing. And release, come back to center. You're going to take those right hands onto the mat. We're going to send that left arm straight up. Inhale, like you're going to reach the stars. Keeping that left sit bone grounded on the exhale, reach to the right. Walk those fingers away. Find that side body stretch. Whatever feels right, but don't let that left cheek lift. We'll come on up nice and tall. We're going to switch it up. Left fingers to the mat, right arm goes up alongside the ear. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, take it to the left. Again, keep that right sit bone grounded. And back up. We're going to take the hands in front of us. Fingertips are gently resting on the mat. Again, sit bones stay grounded throughout the whole stretch here. We're going to walk forward. And as we do, we're going to send the heart towards the mat. You take it to where it makes sense, but again, those cheeks don't lift. Welcome to take a block underneath the arms if that's more comfortable for you, but find that nice elongated spine and let it go. You're walking it back once again, nice tall spine. Now while we're here, we're going to get into those inner thighs, taking the soles of the feet together to start. So it's almost like we're opened up like a book. Those heels can be as close to the torso as far away as it makes sense for you. What you want to think about is sending your knees apart and then softening them towards the mat. Don't grab your toes because we tend to torque the ankle when we do that. You're welcome to grab the arches of the foot or the ankles, or just let the hands rest on the thighs, you decide. But again, we're not curling in through the spine. Spine's nice and tall. Press through the outsides of the feet, let those knees start to melt towards the mat. Again, you feel a nice inner thigh stretch here. So as we have a little bit of patience, we let the breath and we let time do its thing, you should feel a little bit more of a relaxation, a little bit more of a stretch happening in the legs. You should never feel painful. You'll feel a little bit of stretch for sure, a little tightness maybe, but never pain. Go ahead and release that. Take the hands to the knees, bring those knees together. We're going to take it right to our knees. So you can take it to the long edge of the mat or the short edge, doesn't matter here, but you want to take those knees apart. We're coming into that inner thigh stretch just a little bit more. Important that the ankles are in line with the knees. So we're going to start with the hands on all fours, and then we're going to start to send those hips back, pressing the knees into the mat, sending the hips back. And you should feel a nice stretch here. So the more of a stretch that you want, you press deeper into the mat with the knees. You send those hips back a little further. Again, welcome to take a block and rest your head on it. That might be nice. It's a very chilled class today. We're not exerting the muscles. We're opening them up. We're waking them up. We're greeting them for the day. If you've had enough, you can walk it forward, release the stretch. We're going to do that one more time. If you're happy where you are, you're welcome to hold it. You decide. And then when you're ready, go back into that stretch, press the knees into the mat, let those hips get heavy, be hold. And then go ahead and release that one more time as we bring the hips forward, hands underneath the shoulders. We walk the knees together. We're coming right into child's pose. So bring the big toes together, send the knees as wide as the mat, and when you're ready, send the hips back. Extend through the arms and melt the heart towards the mat, and we'll hold here. And now walk the hands towards the right, send that left hip further back, maybe left hand floats on top of the right. Find that big side body stretch once more. So big reach to the right. Inhale through the rib cage, feel the expansion. And then exhale through the left side of the rib cage. So we're breathing into the left side of the rib cage and out through the left side of the rib cage. Trying to keep the breath moving in and out through the nostrils versus the mouth. Now walking through center, we're going to send it to the left. Maybe right hand floats on top of the left, send that right hip back. The reason we want to breathe through the nose is that we're very efficient as mouth breathers. If you can concentrate throughout the day, inhaling and exhaling through the nose will become much more efficient and will improve the health of our diaphragm. Last breath here, go ahead and walk back to center. Maybe those hips settle a little deeper. Take a breath here. And now start to float the heart up off the mat. Maybe that left hand comes a little bit closer. We're going to inhale that right arm high, take a peek to the right. Coming to thread the needle, exhale, send that right arm underneath the left ear and shoulder to the mat. You can keep those left fingers onto the mat. You can send that arm up to the heavens, or you can take that left hand to right hip. So we're rotating through once more to the left. Hold here. And release that. Coming back to center, you know where we're going. Inhale that left arm high, big breath in. Exhale, send it underneath. Reaching to the right, let that left shoulder get heavy. And again, you decide what has to happen on the right side of the body to deliver the stretch you're looking for, but we hold. And release that. Come on back around. Center. Just here for a couple of breaths. Now take all 10 finger pads to the mat. Pull the palms up off the floor, and then now pull the forearms off the floor and press the fingertips into the mat. You should feel a nice stretch all through the back of the arms, the armpits. Hold here. And now go ahead and release that. Palms can come back to the mat. We're going to walk the hands back. Take those knees underneath the hips and find ourselves in our tabletop position. When you're ready, we're coming back right into some cat-cows. Take it nice and slow. Inhale, find that big stretch for the front body. We take the tail, we take the gaze up. And then on the exhale, chin and tail get tucked. We take that bottom rib and the hip a little closer together as we arch through the back. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale. We're going to do a few more here. Take it at your own pace. Don't be afraid to linger at any particular part of the pose that feels delicious this morning. Pardon me. Get that little frog in my throat still. Let's do one more. And back to center. Feeling grounded in all 4 points, the hands and the knees. We're going to extend that right leg back. Toes to the shin. Find that nice stretch in the calves and that left hand out. Let's just hold here for a few breaths. Take that left hand down. Take those right toes to the mat. Press the toes heavy into the mat and let's send that heel back on the calf stretch. Hold here. The more you press down, the more that heel floats toward the mat, the bigger the stretch. And now release that, knee comes back underneath that right hip. Let's do 2 cat-cows between sets. Big breath in. Belly's heavy to the mat. Exhale. One more. Exhale. And back to center. Next exhale, we're going to send that left leg back, toes to the shin, legs parallel to the mat, send that right arm forward, we'll hold. So we're firing up the core a lot just by trying to keep our balance here. Last breath here, right hand come on to the mat. Take those toes down, press those toes heavy to the mat when you're ready, send that heel back. And release that, come on back. It's tabletop position. Once again, 1 cat-cow, big breath in. Exhale. While we're here, let's fire up the core a little bit. Curl the toes under. We're just going to float the knees up. We're not going to be here long, ladies, just to wake it up a little bit. When you're ready, press through the heels of the hand and the toes, float those knees up just an inch. Let's hold here. Waking up the quads, waking up the core. Building some heat in the body. Last breath here. I said that we're going to be here long. Go ahead and take those knees down. We're going to walk the hands forward. We're going to walk those toes back. We're going to take the belly on the mat. Go ahead and take those hands alongside the chest. Legs are in line with the knees and the hips. Inhale, baby cobra to start. Send the shoulders back, heart forward. Hold here. Tops of the feet are heavy into the mat. And release forehead to mat. We'll do that one more time. Big breath in. And on the exhale, come on up, maybe a little higher. You decide. Don't let those elbows splay out like wings. You want them nice and tight to the body. Relaxing through the neck and the shoulders. And release. We don't want to undo all that good that we did at the beginning of the class. One more time, take a big breath in, and on the exhale, come on out to your expression of cobra. You should find a little bit of a stretch more through the core, through the hip flexors. Again, those shoulders are scrunched in, their back, heart is open and full in gratitude. Hold here. And release, come on down. Go ahead and send those arms straight out in line with the shoulders. Forehead's gonna relax on the mat. Or you can take your gaze forward, whatever feels nicer on the neck. We're gonna come into some Supermans here. Nice and slow. When you're ready, big breath in, right arm, left leg comes up, just hold. Imagine a tug of war between that hand and that foot extending. Come as high as you can, and we're just holding. Go ahead and release that. Next exhale, left arm, right leg comes up. Hold, there's that tug of war one more time. And release. We're gonna do one more each side. Big breath in, up they go, right arm, left leg. Release, last time, left arm, right leg, off they go. And release. Ladies, we're gonna extend the arm straight out like a T. We'll start with the right shoulder. Let that right shoulder get nice and heavy. Take those left fingers underneath the left shoulder. Take that right palm, press it down to the mat, and then when you're ready on the exhale, come on to that right side. So we're getting a nice stretch to the front of that right pec, that right flexor. If you want, you can take that left leg behind you. You can take that left arm up or send it back, your choice. But the work here is to press that right shoulder down, find that opening to the front of the chest, shoulder. And release, come on back to center. Let's switch it up. Left arm comes out. Right fingers underneath that right shoulder. Big breath in, and then on the exhale, we roll to that left side. Again, you decide what you need to do on this side to find that stretch, but let that left shoulder get heavy into the mat. And release, come on back to center. Take those hands alongside the chest one more time. Yogi's choice, cobra or up dog. Take a big breath in, and then on the exhale, up goes the heart. Shoulders are relaxed on that stretch. Hold. And then when you're ready, send those hips up, downward dog, walk. So adjust your hands and feet. Ankles, knees, and hips are in line. Arms are in line with the shoulders. Walk it out, pedal it out. Tap into those calves. How are they feeling? Ladies, when you're ready, we're gonna float forward any version of plank that you want. We hold. We're gonna take that navel back towards the spine. We're gonna think of setting that last rib a little closer to the hip, and we're simply going to hold. Now, good posture helps with good breathing. Overall bone health. We're just doing a 1-minute plank today, not doing a 2-minute plank. It's a rest class. We want to wake up the belly. We want to support the spine. We're almost done. When we are done, we're gonna send those hips back. We're gonna find downward dog in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send them back, walk it out. And now start to walk the feet and the hands together. We're gonna find our way to a forward fold here. Now you know that you can have hands to blocks, hands to the mat, hands to shins. Let everything just get long. Tap into the back of those hamstrings. How are they feeling this morning? Go ahead and grab your opposite elbow with your opposite hand and take it to a little sway from side to side. And go ahead and release that. Let everything get long one more time, and then slowly with control, we're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna have the arms relaxing on the side of the thighs. Inhale, grow tall, and then on the exhale, send that right hand towards that right knee. So again, there's that side body stretch. Find it to where it just feels comfortable, then we'll hold. Inhale, stack that spine. Exhale, left fingers towards the left knee. Come on back to center. Let's do one more each side. Big breath in. Exhale, right fingers towards that right knee. Come on back up. Last time, left fingers, left knee. So we're not torquing or twisting through the spine. Spine's nice and long and tall. We're just bending at the waist. Engage in the obliques. And back up. Inhale, arms overhead. Big breath in. We're going to interlace those fingers. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, take those fingers to the right, send that left hip away. Big stretch. And stack the spine. Inhale, go tall. Exhale, send it to the left, send that right hip away. And back up, nice tall spine. Go ahead and take those arms in behind, interlace those fingers. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, take a big breath in, and then on the exhale, send those hands away from the spine. And then press those knuckles back, opening up to the heart. Hold here. Breathing into the nose, out through the nose. And release. Go ahead and relax the hands, take a big breath in. Last time, forward fold, let it go. Find your stretch. Inhale, rise up, one vertebrae at a time. And you want to make sure that you're facing the long edge of the mat because we're going to take a step forward with the right foot. We're going to take a step back with the left foot. So we're coming into high crescent lunge here. Now you know that if you want, you can take it to a low crescent lunge. So if you want a bit more muscle engagement, stay high. If not so much, just take that knee to the mat, but you'll be strong. So again, core is engaged. Press those left toes into the mat, hips are forward. And as we press those left toes down, we should find an opening through that left flexor. Hold here. Arms can be relaxed, they can be at heart center, your choice. Press down, float those. So we're tucking the spine and we're floating those hips forward. There's that stretch. Hold here. Now again, you can take that knee down at any time. Let's all bring hands to heart center. Inhale, grow a little taller on the exhale, lean to the left, sorry, to the right, take that left elbow, right knee. Core is engaged, don't let that belly get lazy here. Again, you can take that knee down anytime, hold here. So taking your gaze forward, hands to either side of that foot, we're gonna start to straighten that leg out. You can bring that back foot forward if you need to, and then just bow over that right leg. There's your hamstring stretch, hold here. Go ahead and release that. Hands on either side of the foot, take that foot back down to dog, pedal it out. Inhale forward to plank. Nice and slow, exhale down. Uncurl the toes, inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale, send those hips back, walk it out. You know where we're going. When you're ready, go ahead and float that left knee forward and step it in between those hands. Engage the core coming up. So press those right toes into the mat. Float that right hip forward, tuck that hip. So again, we're stretching the hip flexor, waking up the quadricep a little bit. Hands can be alongside, heart center, your choice, and hold. Press those toes into the mat. Send that hip forward, find that nice length of that hip flexor, we hold. And then when you're ready, we're gonna bring hands to heart center. Inhale, grow tall, exhale, take it to that twist. Hold here. Last breath here. Taking the hand on either side of the foot. Extend through that left leg. Bow over that left leg. Find that hamstring stretch. Hold here. Last breath here. Go ahead and send that foot back. Downward dog. Walk it out. Last time, big breath in on the exhale, float forward, find your plank. Slowly with control, we're going all the way down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Again, relax the shoulders. Find that nice stretch of the hips here. And now send those hips back, walk it out. And then when you're ready, feet are going to be as wide as your knees and hips. We're going to send those knees down. Uncurl the toes. Maybe walk the hands back so that we're stacked underneath the shoulders. Two cat-cows. Big breath in. Can you stretch a bit more through the front body? Exhale. Can you arch a bit more through the back? And back to center. This time we're going to bring those legs together. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Send those hips back, shell pose. Forehead to the mat or onto a block. Arms alongside the body, palms are up. Take a moment here. Let those hips get nice and heavy. So as the head and the tail melt towards the mat, again, you get that nice stretch through the spine. Relax. Breathe into any areas of the body that are particularly tight this morning. Last breath here. We're going to pull the heart away from the thighs. We're going to make our way to staff pose. So take the sit bones onto the mat. Extend those legs straight out. So again, you might want to have a strap here. Nice little extender for the arms, yogi's choice. Inhale, arms overhead. Big breath in, get nice and tall. And then on the exhale, no destination in sight, we start to fold. Take it to wherever it makes sense. Now you can take your blocks at any point to support the head if you'd like. We allow that heart to get heavy towards the mouth. Don't lead with the chin. We can pull a lot of tension on through the neck. Lead with the heart. Let the heart soften towards the thighs and just let it all go. So again, we're going to do this a few times. You might not want to go to your full stretch the first time. We're going to warm things up a little bit. And release, come on up. Big breath in. Exhale, take a bow over those legs again. A little deeper. And release, come on up. We're going to take that right knee and bend it. We're going to take the left hand to the right foot, right hand to the knee. We're going to stir the pot. So we're just getting into those hip sockets. Doesn't matter which way we go. We're going to go in both. So again, we're getting into that hip socket. We're lubricating it. Last one in this direction. Take a pause. Other direction. Last one here. Go ahead and find your number 4 so that right ankle rests just above the knee on that left leg. Let that right knee get heavy. Again, you might want to take your strap here on the arch of that left foot. Inhale, grow tall, and as we exhale, good contact with the sit bones, extend to the spine and soften towards that knee. And release, coming up. We'll do that one more time. The hips tend to be a problem for most people because we sit so much. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, take a bow. So again, we're constantly letting that right knee get heavy. We're keeping the sit bones grounded on the mat, and we're extending and softening. And release, come on up. Go ahead and send that right leg straight up. Again, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, take a bow over both legs. You'll notice that you might find that one side feels a little bit different because we've done more with the right versus the left. We carry tension typically on one side of the body more than the other. You'll notice quite quickly which side that is. And release, coming up, nice tall stack spine. We're going to soften that left knee. Take the right hand to that left foot, left hand, left knee. Once again, let's strip apart. A little pause here, send it in the opposite direction. This should feel really nice for the hips. Last time, and now soften that left ankle onto that right thigh. So again, that left knee is going to get heavy this time. Strap could be on that right foot. Inhale, go tall. Exhale, take a bow. And release, come on up. Notice how that hip is feeling. Once again, inhale, go tall. When you're ready, exhale, bow over that leg. And again, noticing any differences from one side of the body versus the other. We always want to be very body aware when we're moving, keeping ourselves safe, always listening to the body. It will take care of us if we allow it to. And release, come on. Go ahead and send that leg straight out. We'll do this one more time. Take a big breath in. Go tall through the spine. Exhale, soften. And release, come on up, nice tall stack spine. Now here you can either keep those legs together, you can take them a little further apart, keeping them in line with the hips and the knees. We're gonna send those arms straight out. Engage the core, ladies. Relax, taking the spine to the mat one vertebrae at a time. Slow with control. Once the head is on the mat, arms are straight up above the shoulders. Imprint to the spine. So flatten out through that spine, feel the core engage. And now we're gonna pull up one vertebrae at a time. Slow and controlled. I'm gonna do our staff pose, arms extended. We're gonna roll down again. We'll do this 2 more times, nice and slow. Now once the shoulders are above, the hands are above the shoulders again, we imprint. Flatten out through that spine. Come on up. Nice and tall. Last time, take it down. And now once you're nice and flat on your spine, relax the arms, take the knees, the chest, let your fingers on your shins, take it to a little walk. And of course, the closer the knees are to the chest, the higher up on the spine that massage will be. Go ahead and play with it. Maybe send those knees a little further away. Notice how that feels on the spine. Playing around with that, maybe taking it up and down the spine. Maybe finding a sweet spot that needs a little bit more attention today. And then we're going to send those knees away so that they're in line with the hips. And from here, we're going to send those legs straight up. So imagine that they're glued together. Point the toes to the heavens, arms alongside the body, a T, a V, or a stop sign, whatever's comfortable for you. Little tiny circles. So we're really getting into that lumbar region of the back. Small little circles here. Now take a pause and send it in the other direction. And once again, take a pause. Now this time make those circles a little bit bigger. But again, you don't want to lift up through the back. You want to keep nice and grounded through the spine. The spine stays flat. Little pause here, send it in the opposite direction. Let's do one more here. Once again, take a pause. Send those knees to the opposite sides of the shoulders. Take those hands either to the ankles or the soles of the feet. Happy baby. Take it to a little roll. And now maybe you want to extend through one leg. Whatever feels good for your baby. Maybe through the other. Let's do one more each side. And now come on back to center. Go ahead and bring those feet together. Take them to the mat. Take a big breath in. Shoulders are heavy. Take those legs to the right. So again, you can take your block or a pillow underneath that right knee if you want to. If you can, keep the knees aligned with the hip. Shine that left hip up to the heavens. Shoulders are grounded. If you'd like, take that left ear towards the mat. Spinal twist here. Go ahead and take that gaze back to center. Float those knees back to center. Again, feel heavy through the spine, heavy through the hips and the shoulder blades. Take a big breath in, and then on the exhale, take those knees off to the left. With or without a block, shine that right hip to the heavens. Once again, option to take that right ear to the mat and hold. And then back to center. We're gonna take this stretch a little deeper. Extend that left leg straight out. Take that right knee to the chest. Let that knee get heavy to start. And on the next exhale, float that right knee out to the outside of that right shoulder. Keep that left hip bone rounded. Hold here. Now come on back to center. We're gonna take left hand to right knee. We're gonna allow that right knee to cross the body. So without the obstruction of that left leg, we can take this stretch a little deeper. Same theory applies. Right hip to the heavens. Keep that right shoulder grounded. It's gonna want to lift here. Don't let it. And again, option to take that right ear to the mat and hold. So you should find this stretch a little deeper than when we do it with both knees. Getting into the glutes a bit more, that lower back a little bit more. You get into the areas that are a little bit tighter. That's where you'll find your stretch. Those areas of the body that are a little tighter on you personally. And release, come back to center. Send that right leg straight up, toes to the shin. Take that hand either to the back of that thigh or the calf, and then just let that leg get heavy. Again, no destination in sight. Let gravity do its thing. Take the breath to those areas of the back of that leg that are tight. Find the stretch that serves you best today. And now release that, let that leg float above the hip. And then slowly with control, we're gonna float that leg back down. Notice how much longer that leg feels now. Go ahead and send that left knee to the chest. Release your fingers on those knees. Let that knee get nice and heavy. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, send that knee to the outside of that left shoulder. Hold here. Go ahead and come on back to center. Taking that right hand to that left knee. Let that leg cross the body, find the stretch. Shine that hip to the heavens, keep that left shoulder grounded. And if you like left ear, hold. Really nice, deep spinal twist here. The theory is every time we do twists, we change the flow of the blood through the gut area, help cleanse the organs. Last breath here. Come back to center. Go ahead and send that left leg straight up. Toes to the shins. Once again, hand either on the back of the thigh. Of course, you know you can take your strap. As always, it's there for you to use anytime you like. Float that leg a little closer, find your stretch. So again, never have a destination in sight. Let the body guide you. Last breath here. Go ahead and float that leg over the left hip. Toes to the shin, relax, let it float down with control. And again, notice how long this leg feels. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to take the feet, the soles of the feet onto the mat. We're going to take them as wide as our mat. And we're just going to windmill the legs back and forth. Let's do one more each side because it feels so delicious. Back to center. Go ahead and take those feet back in line with the hips. We're going to send those legs up one last time. So if you don't like plow pose, you can just take those knees to the chest and rock and roll back and forth. But if you're inclined
for a nice big lower back stretch, arms alongside the body. We're gonna float those hips up and then send those toes back. Support the lower back. If you'd like, you can drop the knees alongside the ears, whatever feels perfect. This bothers your neck at all, come out immediately. And a lot of this with the neck is just anatomy. We're all designed a little bit differently. Some people find this stretch beautiful, others find it uncomfortable. Remember your practice, your rules. You take the stretch that makes sense for your body and how you're feeling any particular day. Last breath here, go ahead. Slowly with control, we straighten out through the legs and we let the spine come down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time. And now bend those knees. Take it to a little rock and roll from side to side. And again, you decide how close or how far away those knees are. If your hips are still a little tight, you want to take it to one final movement for the hips. You can go ahead and float those hands to the knees and just make circles with those knees. Releasing the hips just a little bit more. If you're going in one direction, you're going to take a little hesitation and switch it up. The last one here, once again, bring those knees together. Final rock and roll from side to side. Do me a favor and take that little inventory check, checking in with the body. How are you feeling now versus when you first came into class? Think about how you might like to spend final Shavasana, which props you're going to need. Last roll from side to side, and then when you're ready, go ahead and float your way into your version of Shavasana. So whatever serves you best, don't hesitate to use your props, bolsters, blankets, blocks, of course, pillows, anything that makes sense for you, but find that comfortable position. I want you to feel really grounded into those sit bones, really grounded and expansive to those shoulder blades, arms or anywhere that's comfortable for you. We're going to end with some 4-count breathing. We're going to inhale for a count of 4. We're going to hold for a count of 4. We're going to exhale for a count of 4. We're going to hold for a count of 4. So I'll prompt you. And you just sit back, relax, let those eyes get heavy into the sockets, let them roll back a little deeper. Make sure there's no tension in that jaw. Make sure there's no furrow in the brow. Feeling heavy and grounded into your mat. We're going to inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. And hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Again, everything's through the nose and out through the nose. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale, fill the lungs, fill the belly. Hold. Exhale, feel it emptying it. Spine gets heavy to the mat. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. relaxed nowadays. You can continue with 4-count breathing if you find that that served you well. Or you can let the natural rhythm of the breath return, but again, keeping the mouth closed, breathing into the nose and out to the nose. With each exhale, that body gets a little heavier, a little melts a little deeper into the mat. Soften just a little bit more, let everything relax. We're going to settle in. Ladies, you are welcome to linger in Shavasana for as long as you like. If you've got somewhere to go, we're going to start to wake up the body slowly, gently, kindly. We're going to start with the extremities, toes and fingers, wrists and ankles. Start to bring it up the limbs towards the core. Give a little movement into the hips and the waist. Maybe a little nod from side to side with the head. Maybe a great big full body stretch feels delicious. Sending energy out in opposite directions, feeling long. And maybe you want to roll to one side and settle for a breath or two. And of course, when you're ready, without haste and in your own time, we'll find our way to a seated position. With a tall stacked spine, bring the hands to the heart and bow to that heart with gratitude. Always grateful that we're well enough to make it to our mats and that we have each other and keep us true to them. Always a pleasure to start the day together. Taking the hands, thumbs to the third thigh. Taking a breath in through the nose, getting a little taller. Exhale. The place in you where the whole universe resides. And when you are in that place in you and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste.